been out of stock everywhere. Finally got it. Logitech c930e. Here are two of the best Logitech webcams I think you can buy right now, if you can find it or if you're willing to pay for the higher price gouging that's been going on with webcams all across the web. I had done a previous video on the Logitech Brio, which is a 4K webcam, one of the only 4K webcams in this price range, and I had said that this was the best webcam you could get for this price point. It should be $200, but I paid for this for $300. I paid way more, but I needed it, and this has not disappointed me at all. Here are some of the physical differences, which is why I'm showing this on another camera. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug each camera in and then show the opposite camera. You'll see what I'm gonna do. So the main thing with the Brio, the things that are good about it is that it's a 4K. It shoots up to 30 frames in 4K and then 60 frames in HD. This is a modular design, so this piece comes off, and it's a quarter 20 mount, and you can just screw it in, just a tripod mount. And then also the USB 3.0, or this is a USB-C, but it's USB 3.0. It's detachable, so it's a modular webcam where all other webcams have a cable already stuck in and then their base is stuck in. What I didn't like about this base is that there's no quarter 20 thread in here, but with the C930E, there's a quarter 20 thread there, so you can screw it onto a tripod. And this cable did not originally come with the Brio. It came with another cable. It was very robust, but because of the way I use it, it was getting in the way. So I got this thinner, pretty cheap cable on Amazon. I'll put a link to this below, and it's 90 degrees. So instead of sticking out like this, it's like this, and I think this profile is a lot better. This one came with this extra privacy cap. The Brio also comes with the privacy cap, but I didn't like opening it up at the top. But this it's supposed to be on the top, so this opens up, but I like that I just swapped it so it can open down. This is an audio test of the Logitech C930E. I am about 1 foot away from the microphones, the internal microphones on the Logitech C930E. This is the audio for the Logitech Brio. I am a foot away from the internal mics on the webcam itself. This is what it sounds like on the Logitech Brio. All right, what you're looking at now, I'm shooting on the Logitech C930E. The webcam is positioned looking down at the Brio. And you might notice the audio has gotten a lot better, but that's because I'm using a Rode Procaster mic. I'm not using the onboard mics of the webcam, so it sounds really crisp. It should sound really deep. This is plug and play. I just plug the webcam directly into my computer, and this is what you're seeing. I'm pointing the webcam down. This is a 90-degree field of view. Pretty good lighting right now. And I'm going to turn off the lights that I have in my room, and I'll show you what this camera looks like in low light. But this is what it looks like in pretty good lighting right now. I have a professional LED panel off to the side, and my room lights are on. All right, I just turned off my key light, which is the professional LED light that was off to the side up there. And you can see the exposure is adjusting to the lower light. And it looks like it just dropped the shutter a little bit, but that's what it looked like. I see a little bit of change in the white balance. All my lights are tungsten right now. It's not daylight, so this is what it looks like with all tungsten. Now I'm going to turn off my room lights. Wow, okay, so I turned off my room lights. So the only light that you're seeing my computer monitor is right up there, and the computer monitor is what's lighting my desk. I'm going to turn on the lights. So as I turn on the lights, you notice how it adjusts with exposure, white balance, focus, and all that. All right, there you go. So now what I'm going to do is swap this webcam to the Brio. This is now the Logitech Brio. The field of view is 90, but I have the webcam. It's not positioned in the same spot as the c930e was, so it might look a little wider, but it's supposed to be 90. And the audio that you're hearing is coming from a Rode Procaster. What I like about the c930 in comparison to the Brio, as you can see with the Brio, just plug and play. It doesn't seem as saturated. It seemed a little washed out. It seems like it's not picking up things as much as the c930 was. And I think I like the c930's look better, although I can see that the Brio is sharper. The white balance doesn't seem as accurate. However, with the Brio has its own app on Logitech's website that you could download and install for Mac and Windows. And then you could adjust a lot of settings on the Brio. You can also adjust the angle of view. You can swap it out. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to test the low light on this camera. I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did with the Logitech, the c930e. So I'm going to turn off this key light here. And this is what it looks like when the key light is off. I'm seeing drop frames live. I don't know if it's dropping frames in the video that's being recorded, but I see that there's some frame drops. Now I'm going to turn off my room lights. And I'm already noticed that there's white balance issues, but let's just turn it off. All right, now all the lights are off with the exception of my computer monitor, which is right up here, that's lighting this table. I do notice much more illumination with the table from the c930e. So the Brio is much better in low light. Even with the grain, you can see it. So if you're in extreme low light, my opinion is that the Logitech Brio is the best webcam, consumer webcam you could buy in low light. Unless you're using something else like a Cam Link and an external like DSLR that's better in low light. That would get you the best low light, but you don't want to shoot in low light when you're using webcams. But if you are, this Brio seems to be the best. And it seems to be handling the focus okay. If you notice that the white balance really changed because the light on a computer screen is more blue. So you can see that all of the saturation is gone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn back on the lights one at a time, my room lights and then the key light. And you can see how the white balance and the focus and everything adjusts as the light changes. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I've already done some audio tests directly into these microphones. It doesn't seem like, just based on the recording going into QuickTime, it seems like the Brio, for some reason, is glitching more than the c930e. But that could be due to the cable I'm using, because the cable isn't the official Logitech cable. It could also be due to other things that are going on with my computer. Maybe there's other factors that I'm not considering. But like I said earlier, I really love both webcams, and I'm going to keep both. And if you could find either of these, and you need a webcam, and you care about having a really good webcam, get the Logitech c930e or the Brio. These are old. but the C930E is a lot older. It came out in like 2013 or something, and webcam technology just has not improved. This is where we are right now, and if you can find these, get them. But there you go.